First question we ask our guests is, who did you pet in your game growing up?
Oof. Pat in my game growing up, I could say Magic Johnson. I love his passes. He actually makes the game real fun and entertaining. Then after that, I could say AI. And then more so after that, I can say Skip to my Lou because he was able to do street ball and do NBA real ball together. He kind of fused it. So I think those are the main three that I know, like I watch and I try to emulate all the time.
Yeah, that's what's up. Skip, AI, and Magic. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, all of them has that street ball swag. Like, you feel me? Like, Magic got that nice passes. AI got that crossover. You know what I'm saying? Flashy. And then Skip is just Skip. You dig? So, you know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
You know, we started all that shit. But, yeah, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. All right, man, let's go to get the intro. What's going on, guys? This is Tito in the Coach's Corner. I got my boy Ben with me down here below, if he's below me. But, yeah. So he's right here. You dig what I'm saying? And we got a special guest today, man. We got a street ball legend out of the East Coast. You feel me? East Coast, man. We're going all the way out there in the other side of the state. I mean, the country. You feel me? Yeah. So, but yeah, you dig? So we got our boy MAK. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, MAK? How you doing, bro?
What's poppin', fellas? I'm good over here. It's kind of chilly over here, so making it do what I can.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yep. So, who is David MAK Thompson Jr., man? Let everybody know outside of basketball. Like, you know what I'm saying? People know you as a like, yeah, they see you as a basketball player and stuff like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? They see you street ball player. So, but people that like when I come up to somebody and ask them like, yo, David, you know MAK? Like, you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, I know him. Like, this who he is. You feel me?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, first off, I'm an entertainer. I'm a Christian. I do rap. I'm a Christian rapper. I I entertain with many videos because obviously people see the basketball side, but I actually do vlogs. Sometimes a little bit of comedy videos here and there. I do photos. Anything that involves with creativity, that's what I'm involved in. But yeah, MAK is just a creative dude that likes to entertain, likes to play ball, and loves to have a good time outside of basketball.
Yeah, there you go. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So how is Boston, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? How is basketball life in Boston? You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, it's real gritty out here. Like there's a lot of people can compare us to New York as far as the type of style of play we have. We have a lot of handles, we have shooters, and I think developed over time. People, usually in areas you can be like anybody down south they can jump, they got bounce. Anybody in the white neighborhoods, they can shoot, stuff like that. So up here, I think it more got infused. So there's a lot of like straight, gritty ball players. They go for it. They go after it. We're tough. We're definitely tough. Tough breed of players. Every game is a competitive game. So that's just where we are. But it's tough up here, man.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Yep. So tell me, how old were you when you first picked up that orange ball, man?
I want to say it was as early as I can remember. So I'll probably say about 5, 6 years old, like clearly. But then, because my older brother, he's 9 years older than me, so he's been playing ball. He's a great ball player, great shooter. So I kind of learned after him, and then my father as well. So over time, I just been picking up the game, following it through from there. I picked up baseball at some point in time, and then went right back to basketball.
Yeah, baseball ain't for you, huh?
Nah, not at all.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. 6 or 7 years old, man. That's what, like, I think that's the average, like, you know what I'm saying, like age to pick up the ball and stuff like that. Start learning how to play ball.
Yeah, man.
So did you play any high school ball?
This is the saddest story in the world. No, I never played middle school. Never played high school. I tried out in middle school and I was cut. I wasn't even good. Like, I know we're gonna get into it more so, but I did street ball ever since it was something. I don't know if that's gonna be a question further coming along, but I did that. But I did not play high school ball because I was scared. I was scared to try out because I thought they were only gonna pick the players that played in middle school or junior high, however they say school because I didn't make it. Then, due to life circumstances, I actually had to start working. I got a job. Literally from that point on, I've been working at some point. Yeah. So I didn't play in high school at all. So I played it, I played in the community leagues with the high school players and whatnot, but it's not the same.
Yeah.
I never had a coach. I'll put it that way. I never had a coach who helped tailor my game. Everything was self-taught.
That's what's up, man. I mean, I'm the same way. I don't know, Ben, you the same way too, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? If he's back. But hold on. But yeah, I'm the same way. Yeah.
I think we all in the same boat.
Oh, that's crazy. That's what's up. That's what's up. I can appreciate that.
Yeah, because I don't think none of us play high school ball. I didn't play high school ball and then like that. I tried out, like I got cut because the fact that when I was trying it out, it was that street ball time. You know what I'm saying? It was those days. And like coach said I had too much dribble. Like, I dribble too much. I do, like, I do too much with the ball. Like, instead of just like doing one or two moves, take it to the rack or whatever and score. But me, I'll pull it back, like, make you look dumb. That. But,
like, oh, I got you once.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. So like, that's how, like, I was like, I think it was my freshman in high school. Middle school, like, I wasn't really, like, Now I just straight playground, like, but high school, like I tried, but I didn't make it, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, man, we're all the same boat, bro. But like for you not making it in high school, did that make you like more hungrier, or did it just make you more like, all right, that high school ball is not for me, organized ball is not for me?
So this is the trigger, because although I didn't make it I didn't try out in high school. So I'm gonna jump the gun. I learned street ball from literally the first VHS tape and one Skip to My Lou. I learned it from that point on. Like, that was fourth, fifth grade for me. Mm-hmm. So from that point on, I'm like, yo, I love it. Like, so I learned all the moves and stuff. I learned how to just be cool. Skip had this aura about him that was just mad smooth. So I learned that. But then when I started playing around, like playing real ball at the time, I couldn't mix the two. So I was literally, I was too much street ball. Then by the time high school came, my handles was already up there. Like, I could do any move you want. So although I didn't play in high school, some players that were on the team were scared to guard me because they were like, yo, he got handles. I'm not trying to get crossed. I'm good. So in high school, I kind of took that as my rep right there. I didn't worry about playing on the team because I'm like, these dudes already scared to guard me anyway, so what's the point? Yeah. But then at the same time, it was like I had weaknesses that became exposed when we played in like summer leagues and whatnot. I have all these handles, right? I can't shoot. So it's like, they were just like, yo, just back up. We ain't got to worry about him crossing nobody because he can't shoot. So after that time, that's when I got hungry to develop my game more than just dribbling the whole time.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's what's up, man. Yeah. Hey, it's funny because when I first start, like what you said, you had all the dribbles, you had all the moves and stuff like that, but you can't shoot. Yeah. I was the same way, man. I'm not gonna lie. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even like, when I got older, like I didn't start like literally shooting threes, I think, like a couple years back, Ben? Like, I think when you first met me, that's when I started shooting threes. Like, I think 2 to 3 years. And I'm 36, bro. You know what I'm saying? Oh. So, like, so I was.
He's stroking now, though.
Yeah, so I had to put in work. Like, you know what I'm saying? I had to put in work to, like, because now everybody, like what you said, everybody see you saw your weaknesses. Shit, all we got to do is just back up. You know what I'm saying? Give him that space. That's it. We'll wait for him to the rack or whatever. So I had to switch it up. I had to like add some more stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, you always got to build to something. You feel me?
Yeah, absolutely. Especially with this new era of basketball, because although and1 is gone in a sense, although street ball, that feel is gone, I think it got replaced with more hoop mixtape stuff. It got put up with more social media awareness about how people run and play, that their game's tailored differently. So that whole street ball aspect is kind of like a little gone. So those people, I can still see, like, you have to definitely evolve your game every single time. So I know how that is.
Yeah, and then I think too, like when it comes to street ball, it's like you can see it now a little bit of it in the NBA. Like, you know what I'm saying? All that like swag, the dribbling swag. Like before, you can never see that shit. Like the only person that actually brought it in was Skip, AI, and J Will. Like, you know what I'm saying? So those are like kind of like they have the little street ball swag and stuff. So
you can't forget about Jamal.
Yeah, Jay Smooth, man.
He's
Smooth,
one of my favorites. He's one of my goodness.
Jay Smooth, so nasty, bro. Like it's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Yep. So, hey, as an individual, what would you say your best attribute in basketball? So, what is your signature move? Like when people see you, like, hey, that's MAK right there. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Dang, I want to say, because it changed over time. Before it was just like my passing, but then I think more so it's my crossover. Like it's still that to be aware of, but then and if it's not that, because I play in a bunch of different leagues, so I'll get to that soon. But I think if it's not my crossover, it's my corner three. Okay. My corner three is one of those things you don't leave me open in the corner.
Automatic, huh?
Yeah, you don't leave me in the corner at all.
That's your set. Corner three and your crossover.
Yeah, man. But as far as like the story goes, is that going to be an upcoming question? Or
which one?
The story?
No. Which story?
Oh no, about me, because I know that because I developed my game after a while. So it's like after I didn't play in high school, I tried out for college.
Oh, okay. Yeah. College ball is gonna. It's all
right. Work.
Yeah.
I'll let that rock.
Yeah. You know what? As a matter of fact, that's the next question. That's funny. Yeah. Wow. I'm gonna talk about college basketball. Did you ever play college basketball? There you go.
Here's the ticket right here. I did not. I tried out. So basically, I get to school. I wasn't even a big fan of going to college until like my teacher in high school said that like I had a radio voice. So she was like, you should go to college to be on the radio. And I'm like, that's cool, but that's not what I want to do. Yeah. Then after a while, I had an opportunity to go to school and then play basketball. Like it was almost a guaranteed shot for me to sign up to play on the team. All I had to do was show up for summer workouts. I was going to be on the team. Easy. Then the head coach quit. Then the coach who talked to me, he was like, I don't want to take the head coach position. So he bounced. So then now the whole program is gone, or they have to be renewed. Mm-hmm. So they get a whole new staff of 7 people. No, they get a whole new staff, and then they bring 7 people with them as far as players. Yeah. So you get a gym full of 30, 40 players trying out for 7 spots. After all of that, I was the last cut. Ooh. I was heated. After that, and then the reason why, there was no reason. But something that I panned out for myself was the fact that I had too much street moves. Yeah. I didn't have a jump shot. So after that, I played in this league. It wasn't a league, but it was a consistent run. Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, I played with the guys at the Y from 7 to 9 in the morning, shirts and skins. I did that for like, I want to say 2-3 years or more. Literally, all I did was develop my jump shot from that point on. And then I got invited after that to play in different leagues and whatnot. But I didn't play college ball, unfortunately. I wanted to so bad. But here's where we are.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, like, you know, it made you hungrier. It made you develop your game more. Like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, it's a blessing in disguise. You feel me? So,
right.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. That's crazy. Like, it's funny because you're not the only person that I heard about, like putting the egg in one basket. Because the coach said, like, "Yo, we're gonna sign you this and that." Because I know somebody else the same thing. Like, coach said that, "Hey, you know, you're good. We got you signed and everything." And then before the season start, coach got fired or coach quit or he didn't get signed. And same thing. You know. And then he said, like, the dude was saying that he put everything in there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, after that, he quit basketball for, like, 2 years. Like, you know. Oof. Yeah.
Yeah, that happened to me. Maybe not 2 years, but I had to find another interest. Mm-hmm. So I was looking to do something else, but I got back to it clearly.
yeah, I see that, man. Yep. Hey, Ben, like I was telling about Buck. Like, see, remember when Brandon was interviewing Buck? like he said that when he was supposed to go to
story.
Yeah, same story, man. It's crazy.
Same story.
It's crazy.
How I sound now? Am I cool?
Yeah, you sound cool. Yeah, and your face look cool too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it doesn't matter.
We gonna go with the face.
Yeah, it look the same. So you good?
Yeah. Word.
Yeah.
Buck had the same story, right? I mean, D1, right?
Yeah.
And promised and everything, but it just didn't. You know, some things just didn't work out the way they needed to work out. But hey, he's back on the same grind, man. And, you know, I think that's where a lot of us, like you guys asked earlier, you know, about like the past, and if we, all three of us, like you said, Tito, same boat. But look at you, Mac. You know, you're entertaining people, you're inspiring people, doing the things you're doing, without that background and your history. So that's a big thing. Same thing with, you know, Two On and everybody. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's a lot of fun, and I know we're going to talk about your guys' group in a little bit, but regardless of the path, you know, Tech, you guys are doing some big things now. So this is cool. Yeah, it's cool to watch.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. Big time. It's one of those things that I had to learn and develop, because obviously you get defeated after not getting what you want. So it's literally turning what you don't have into something that you're going to get, and you just have to drive for it. Like, I obviously do the social media. That is a given anyway. You never know who you're going to meet. You never know who you're going to talk to. But as long as you're open enough and able to do certain things, anything can happen off of that. So that's why it's a pleasure to get to know these guys. But I'll tell that more later on. But I'm just humbled. I'm very honored to even know, even you all, even the fact to be here. Like, I'm extremely happy.
Yeah.
Part of the journey, 100%, man.
Yeah,
it was fun.
Yeah. I always wanted to ask you, like, when I was watching your video, like, you know, you're a big dude, like, you know what I'm saying?
Dad, I hate that.
You, like, you know, but hey, bro, I'm telling you, you're like an Escalade, like, type of, like, you know what I'm saying, like kill you, bro, like, you know what I'm saying. But do you ever have a situation where I ain't picking him, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm good, like, he's not getting picked. But then when you start playing, and you'll be like, oh shit, I should have picked that one. Like, you know what I'm saying? I fucked up. Like,
so that moment actually happens a lot. Before I started putting my videos up, it happened a lot, because all right, so my height, I'm 5'8", 5'9". I have a little bit of muscle or whatever. But people see me like off of appearance. Literally, I'll either get last picked or not picked at all, and I gotta wait till next game. I hated it. So after a while, once I get on the court and once that game started, I made sure whoever didn't pick me up, like, all right, this is my matchup. This is it right here. And then I'm very manipulative in the sense of that, because then I'll play into the fact that I didn't get picked up. So I will play a little sorry, like, Dad, my bad, or do a bad mess up or whatever. But then once I get my corner three, I'm jacking it. You give me an open space, isolation, left and right, I'm gone. Like, I put that to work. So that definitely has happened. It happened too many times, to say the least. Too many times.
You had that little chip on your shoulder, right?
Yeah,
like, man. Yo, that one chip has been there for a while. I'm like, even more so, like, okay, like I told you, when I was in high school, I couldn't shoot or I couldn't play. With all due respect, I'm not putting names out there, but there's some people who hit me up from high school and be like, yo, Mac, your game is crazy now. Yo, you've been working. I'm like, yeah, let me see you on the court. I'm like,
tired out.
We got some smoke to handle.
Y'all talking all that shit back in high school, man. Come on, let's go.
Some of them don't even play ball no more. Don't get me wrong. People are married with kids and, you know, all occupied, all of that. So that's cool. But we still have something to settle. You don't play ball. I do. Let's go.
Yeah. Hey, it's funny how you say that, because like, you know, like a lot of high school, like back in my high school, like a lot of them like what I said, they don't even play ball anymore. They're all like just chilling, drinking beer. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're done with basketball. They were like one of the top players in basketball to talk all that shit. But then not now. Look at it now. It's like they don't even play no more. Like, you feel me? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So we should. So what you guys are saying? We should do like a vlog of us just going out of their houses and just challenge them right at the doorstep. Like, just walking up and be like, "You remember me from middle school?
Yeah.
I got a ball right here."
Yo, don't tell me that because I'm creative enough to do it. I'll fly my drone over their house. I'll knock on their door. They be like, yo, what's up, Mac? I have my ball in my hand. Yo, check up right now.
I got a hook in my truck right now. Let's go.
Right? That is great.
I'm creative, man.
Ben just gave me an idea for his next vlog.
Yep.
Hey, like, follow, subscribe, man. Comment who's next.
Right. Comment, subscribe, name below, pull up address. I'm going there. Gonna get me arrested.
That's funny. That is funny. Hey, that is dope. That's dope. Shit. Yeah. So next question. What have you learned in basketball that you can apply in life?
Oh, man, that's a great question. So more so, I've played basketball for so long, and I'm not saying that my experience is better than anybody else. Not what I'm saying. All I'm saying is that I learned people's personalities on the court I learned their personalities off the court by learning how they are on the court. However they perform in the game, however their manners are, their mannerisms. You have the my fault guy. You have the dude that's blaming everybody else. You have the dude that's just sluggish and don't care. I can tell their personalities off the court. So it's just like from that, I can just say being patient. I'm very cool, relaxed. I like to have the fun side of the game. Obviously, like I said, Magic Johnson, just being able to enjoy the game for what it is. So that's kind of what I learned from basketball to apply to life as well. It's just enjoy your time. Enjoy your time while you're in these lines, while you're in the rectangle. Enjoy the game, enjoy the experience, have fun, make connections, network with people. That's what passing the ball is for me. I give you your shot. You lay it up, score, now we good. I scratch your back, you scratch mine. I look out for you. That's all it is. Directing.
All right, that's what's up, man. That's cool. Yeah. Yep. So we're going to segment 2, man. So segment 2, we talk about street ball and your brand or like your little group playground. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So tell us. So when did you start really focusing on street ball? Like really, really getting deep. Like, you know, hey, I like this. This is my craft. I'm going to focus on this and stuff like that, man.
Yeah, that's a double-edged sword because I play in a league that is very high on competition. Like we play nationals. We go to Vegas. We go to New York. We play, we just played against Mike Bibby last year. His team is nasty. Our league is really up there. So with my playground style, it wouldn't work. Like people are on my team like, yo, Mac, we don't want to see none of that. Like, and the thing is, I know how to calm it down. I know when to do it, when not to. But I think now that we're in a place with this limbo of like the COVID and all that, like we're not playing in the gyms. My league got canceled. My last game was March 11th. So I think over time, I've been taking street ball serious forever, but I know how to turn it on and off. Like when I was in middle school, I turned it on and off. No, when I was in middle school, that was on and it stayed on. But as I got older and I played in different leagues and people respected me in a certain way, I didn't want to mess it up. So I calmed it down, and I want to say ever since July of I don't know when was it? I've been playing like this for years, but I know on social media I've been posting it a lot more because I know that's what the entertainment is. That's what everybody likes to see. But I've been literally playing like this my whole life. But putting it on social media, I've only been doing it for this year, maybe.
Wow, that's cool.
Nice.
And then it's funny how like we had 2 on like a couple weeks ago, and then like, you know, he said he just started what, like 18 months, Ben, like a year.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah. And then
Social media, yeah.
He just want to put it out there, just catch fire. I told him like it caught more than a fucking fire. Like, you know what I'm saying? Motherfucker blew up. Like you, same thing with you, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. That shit blew up, man. That's crazy.
The thing is, like, the page is growing and I'm happy. Like, shoot, I'm very appreciative of any number I get, because as long as you like my stuff, it's cool. And it started off with me, because my games in my league they're posted on Facebook Live. So our games are being shown on Facebook. So I go back after, watch the game, screen record it, edit my scenes, and put them out there. So I have a couple scenes on my own Instagram of me in my own games, And the thing is, like, a lot of people think, I'll put that in perspective, a lot of people think that, oh, you have a lot of people who do those solo dribbles that just dribble by themselves and do all the moves, but they can never do it in the game. Or then when they do it in the game, they only play against bums, or they only play against these people. I do those same moves in league games, recorded Facebook Live. I'm getting buckets. I'm doing whatever. So that's the perspective I kind of had, because I just posted it. Like I said, like, I play for entertainment. So I just do a couple moves, post it, cool. Shoot, I had a 34-point game, and then the next game after, I had a 32-point game. I'm on fire, cool. But then after meeting Sean and Kyle, I'm like, all right, I gotta post a lot more.
Yeah.
I gotta keep going.
Yeah, it's crazy too nowadays, like with this whole like social media, and then all this AI stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can edit your video like crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? I see you edit that little 2K handle when you had the drone going around you. That shit was so dope. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Word up, word up.
Points and everything.
Yeah, points and everything, bro. That shit was dope.
Surprisingly enough, I do it all on my phone. This thing right here. I have a computer. I barely use it. I have my iPad. I have my drone. Because I run, aside of this, I run my own multimedia business. So I have a bunch of stuff that I'm like, I use it for other people. Let me use it for myself. So yeah, with social media and how it is, the editing is fun. Me doing the drone shot, doing it, having it spin around. I always wanted to do it, but I could never find a place to do it because I need my phone. I need to put it on the controller. Then I need to press go. Then I need to put it down and dribble real quick and pick it up. This one time, I had somebody else to help me. One time. So I was like, hey, I'll take advantage of it.
That was dope. That was
Word.
super dope.
I'll have more.
Yeah. And then you guys edit, you, Tuon, and Carlito. Like, it's funny because I was talking to my son yesterday. Oh, I'm gonna have this. I'm gonna have MAK tomorrow today. I was talking to him yesterday.
Oh yeah.
And so I was like, who's MAK? I was like, check it out on Instagram. Like, you know, it's like a street baller from Boston. So he checks us like, oh shit, that's dope. And then I guess Carlito is famous in TikTok.
Yeah, he's up there too.
Cause I think you shared something from Playground, and then Carlito was on there, or you shared something about Carlito, and my son was like, "Oh, that's that Carlito with the slippers or whatever." Bro, I never heard. I was like, "What? Hold on, what?" Yeah, I guess it's like
that's what's up.
Yeah, but yeah, y'all do your thing, man. That's what's up, man. I like that. That's super dope. Cause like, you know, street ball, like now it's you don't really see it anywhere.
Yeah, you don't, and it kind of evaporated over time. Somebody messaged me, was like, yo, you're gonna bring street ball back. All right. Like, oh, if that's the case, okay. Yeah. I just play to entertain. I know what it is. Like, I'm highly influenced from the game. Obviously, y'all are of age, so y'all know. NBA Street Volume 2, I am highly influenced off of that. But my thing is like, how could I bring that same feel from the game to how it is now? Literally, once it clicked, I was like, oh, I'm on. So all I'm doing is thinking of stuff, how to reinvent it.
Yeah. Yeah. So what would you say the hardest thing that you have to overcome when it comes to street ball?
I want to say competition. Because every person that you're going against, and sometimes even the hype, because some people want you to cross somebody so bad. They're like, yo, go at him. And it's just like, yo, you have to, when I do my move, I'm instinctive. Like, oh, you go left, or I make you shift this way. Oh, I'm going to use this. I'm going to do that. But when you're like forcing it to happen, like, yo, go for it. The defender's going to be more on you. It's not going to be that easy. So it's like, it's hyping up the moment for that. And on top of that, being different. I feel like, the way I feel like anybody can do my moves. I feel like anybody could. Because obviously everybody's handles are more advanced now. Everybody's doing all these handling drills. I've never done drills in my life. Handling drills, I've never done them. So it's like, I'm going against people who are robots to this. They know how to do every single move you think of. Me, I'm just calm. Like, so it's just like, I guess the competitive nature of it, of trying not to be embarrassed, because you don't want to try to do a move and it don't work. 2, it's the hype of the moment. And 3, obviously, you don't want to copy anybody, and, you know, people are doing moves that you probably never even seen before. So trying to stay relevant in that is tough.
Yeah, I can dig it. Yep. Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah. Yeah, all right, Ben, you got any questions?
Yeah, man, I wanted to ask you a quick question because, I mean, I know there's a lot of moments, you know, and nowadays it's easier for us, right, to have these recordings. You know, like we have our phones, we have these opportunities now. We talked about it with other guests in the past, how kind of blessed we are to have this technology where we can share our love for the game of basketball, right? And you're doing an amazing job being creative, the artist stuff that you're doing with the videos, editing. But walk us through a time before all this video stuff that you snatch somebody's ankles, your favorite ankle snatch. Like, walk us through the whole situation, bro. Like, just relive the moment. You feel me?
Got you. All right,
I like it.
So I have two quick. Well, one of them's quick. The other one it was perfect. So the first one was, it was just somebody who rolled up to me and they were just talking trash. Like, yo, I want to play you 2-on-2. Like, we want to set this up. Yo, I see you always playing ball. Yo, I want to get one. So we go for a game or whatever. And we're just playing real casual, real cool. I'm doing moves, but I'm not doing too much. But then this one moment came, the ball came off a rebound and my teammate shot it. So that means I don't have to clear the ball because it's my team's ball. So I grabbed the ball. I just turned around and did a quick under the legs, behind the back. But then the way his body just like froze and then he fell back, it was funny that I couldn't score because it was one of those things, like, I didn't try to shoot. I literally sat there, held the ball and was like, yo, you're good? Yo, it was bad. That one was bad. Because I think that was probably like, that was my second time ever really breaking somebody like that. Like, I turned his whole computer off. Like, that's the first time I seen that.
Down, error, the whole time.
Yeah, like, the second time, I had this job where I worked very freely, basically. And I used to play in these afternoon runs that they had at the Y. And it was bad because the courts it wasn't hardwood. I forgot what type of floor this was. It almost felt like rubber, almost. It was a weird floor. But we're playing, and I just came with a simple left to right, but then I just hear somebody said, I rolled it. I didn't see him fall at all. I just went for a layup, and then literally I see him, like, I don't want to exaggerate, but he was almost crawling off the court because he rolled both of his ankles. Like that. Because I tried to understand it because I went by him and I went to his left. So he turned and must have rolled one. So he fell, but then I guess he couldn't get up or something happened, but he couldn't get up at all. He was like almost crawling off the floor and guys picked him up and I was just like, oh, okay. Like, those moments I wish I could record. Matter of fact, this one just happened yesterday. I didn't cross nobody, but I just did a pass and he spun the wrong way and literally rolled his ankle. I'll post it just for y'all. Just because there's
boys or so, like, perfect.
Yeah.
Fatality.
And I didn't do anything. It wasn't a crossover, but it was just he just rolled bad off of a pass. All right.
That's crazy.
I mean, sometimes, like, knowing who you are too, and like knowing your game, or them seeing you play, it's like they're expecting something and they see something else, and you just, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they react a different way when they're, like, expecting you to break their ankles anyways. So.
Yeah. Like, it's almost like intimidation. Like, oh man, this dude MAK has such a name. Like, I'm scared. I don't want to get crossed. Sometimes they back up, and obviously they don't do that to me no more. I'm shooting it. I'm shooting. I don't care. I'm shooting. I don't care from how far either. But then sometimes it's like, oh, like, okay, I went to one run. It wasn't even like I was invited, because that's one thing that has been happening. Oh, excuse me. I get invited to a lot of these runs. So a lot of different places I play at on my story, on my Instagram, people are inviting me to. Some places are back home. Like, it's up the street. I just go play ball. They know me as the camera guy. So when I have my camera, they're so ready for me to cross them. Like, they're so ready for me to do something. And I'm just like, yo, just play ball. Like, you're going to mess up my footage. Just play ball. Like, because I can say a lot of the moments, they don't happen back to back to back to back like a highlight would.
Right.
Because sometimes it's a pick and roll and it just works. Like, I know how to play simple, smart basketball. But obviously people want to see the highlights. So it's like, Sometimes people are so eager. Either they're on my team and they don't know the ball is coming, or they're on my team and they just don't know how to score a layup, or they're against me and they're just so jittery. It's always something. It's always something.
Hey, was it weird bringing the camera out at first and then them starting to realize, like, oh, this dude's taking camera?
Yo, when I tell you it was awkward for me because, like I said, I'm a vlogger. So I usually am used to having the camera out and walking around and doing all this stuff. But then literally just putting it up on my tripod, putting the camera there, it's like, yo, this is awkward. Before I used to, and I'm gonna be real, no shot to Sean at all. But one thing that Sean does, he doesn't have a tripod. I think he does now. But he puts it on his bag and just kind of lets it be low key. So it records in an angle that's up. Mine is like spot on. Like I'm there for you. So after a while, it took me a little bit of courage and confidence to do it. So a couple people asked me like, yo, why do you bring your camera out? Yo, you trying to put us on YouTube? You trying to vlog? I try to come up with the most humblest, easy answer at all. Man, I just like watching film back, so I just watch myself play from time to time.
Work on my game.
Yeah, work on my game. Hey, I was just gonna say the same. Hey, I was just gonna say that. Dude right here, my boy. Hey, every time, anywhere, there's always gonna be a camera. Like like all the time. Like every time I play with him, I look around. Like, where is it at? Where's it at?
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. Yo, you better be careful with me. Right, you better be careful with me. I'm gonna have a drone just in the air. All you're gonna hear. Oh man. Yeah, no,
yeah,
but it was definitely awkward. Definitely awkward. It was hard to do. Once people got used to me, because honestly, even what I'm doing with my Instagram now, it still has its moments when it's difficult. Because when I go to new parks that nobody knows me, it's awkward because it's just like people invite me, yo, we're about to play here. All right, I'm gonna bring my stuff. And as of recently, I put it in the middle of the court so you can see everything. Sometimes I put it to the side, but either dudes really want to step up and guard you. They be like, yo, though that's his camera stuff, I'm guarding him. One thing that sucked extremely, I had a bad game. I was on a team that didn't know me and I didn't know them. I put my camera up, I'm playing ball. Dudes are straight walking to my camera. What you got the camera out for? And I'm like, I'm heated because it's just like I can't show nothing for it. Like I just gotta take it. So it's definitely been challenging. Definitely been challenging. Because then on top of that, you having the camera out, you have to perform. You have to do what you're trying to do. Little do they know I edit, so I'm not worried about that. But it's tough.
Yeah, all right, man, that's cool. Yeah, I feel the same way, bro. I wanted to definitely get somebody else to take that does the same thing. Because like you said before, he would have to look for the camera. Now I have a tripod out. But back in the day, I would look for corners. I would look for bottles of water that I could lean it up against, pretend I'm looking at my phone at text, but then put it down sideways and just run out into the court. Yeah. So I feel you. Man. I feel you.
Yeah, it's tough. But honestly, it takes – for me, over time, it took confidence because now I know who I am. And one thing I do, I tell them beforehand, be like, because now I'm more open to it. Like, yeah, I just record my stuff. I put it on Instagram. You can follow me after. Like, I don't make it a thing before the game. I'll be like, yeah, you just follow me after. It's nothing, just whatever. Then we'll play, and it's like, oh, shoot, all right, he can run. Then I go back and forth to my phone. It's awkward. It's very awkward, but I have to just keep being confident. It's like me shooting threes and turning around. That's all it is, confidence.
Confidence, 100%. Like that, man.
You got anything else, Ben?
Shoot, man. Yeah, I'll shoot one more out there.
Work.
All right. So, out of all the influencers currently in the game, right? We talk about like the top influencers that are hooping. You can go all the way to Too High with. You can go to Cash Nasty, Flight, The Professor. Who do you want to play next? Who do you want to play one-on-one? Out of all those players.
Funny thing is, I'm not a one-on-one player, but if I could go for it, I want to get out a run with T-Jazz, and not even on no disrespect. Like I have all the utmost respect for all of them. It's just me and him are the same height. He can ball, and I'm like, yo, I just want to run with it. But he's a young dude though. He's 20 or 21 or something like that. Dog, I'm 31. I'm not doing that. Like, so, but nah. Yeah, I want to say T-Jazz. T-Jazz he's nice. And shoot, bump that. If I want to win, I'm going against Flight. Absolutely, just cause. Give me my highlights.
Hey,
Hey, if you try to get hurt, Cash Nasty.
Right. See, I didn't pick him. Yo, that because that man, yo, he has came a long way.
Right.
But at the same time, I'm like, yo, he's still gonna hurt somebody. He's working out now too. Nah, I'm good. I'll go against Flight. Yeah, I'm gonna go Flight.
Yeah.
I like that, man. I would go the same route. Flight.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, me too.
Yeah,
I go with
and the thing is, going against Flight, that's guaranteed 100,000 views already, just for his name.
Yeah.
I don't even think he cares about winning. So cool.
He just wants the Flight reacts. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I want.
He said Flight 2E?
Yeah, I said I'll go with Flight 2, yeah.
Oh my God,
he
don't do that to him, man.
Yeah,
this dude hella fast, bro. Tito be
like
running circles and then doing a layup or something.
Yeah, I see.
Oh man, I gotta see your footage though, man. If that's the case, you fast like that.
Tito like blink of an eye, bro. I was playing him yesterday. I can't even catch up with this dude, man. It's crazy.
Oh man, I'm old. Man.
And that's on a broken ankle.
Yeah. Hey, you know what, bro? Hey, the ankle's still, tender, man. It's crazy.
Oh man, and it's funny that you say like fast too, because me and Sean, we talk a lot, and it's funny because he watches my footage back. Like now, like honestly, I can say when it comes to editing and putting videos out, I talk to Sean a lot. Just on top, even if I had a bad game, I'll talk to him a lot. Just because I know that he's in the same place as me, because that's one thing that's different. I guess to go back a question. That's one thing that's hard about me recording myself play, because there's nobody in my area that I can see that records their self-play. Like, I am literally the only one. And if there is, please, y'all come to me, hit me up, holler at me, because I'm the only one. So the only people I can bounce ideas off of or talk to is Sean and Kyle. So when it comes to, like, the way I play, he told me that, like, he's like, you're quick, you're fast for a big man. I'm like, I'm not a big man. I'm a guard that just got big. Like, that's all. I'm a guard that got big. But I'm so used to being fast, to say the least. I got so used to being quick. There we go. So I have quick handles, quick crossover, quick first step. I'll just lay it up. That's it. But it's funny because apparently that makes me so much more deceptive, because people are guarding me thinking I'm an easy matchup. Like, oh, all right, I'm on him. I'm on big man. And then come to find out I'm faster than you. It's like there's a problem, dog.
Yeah.
It's a problem.
That is. Hey, 2-on-2 fast as shit, man. That played again saying 2-on fast, bro.
Yo.
Yeah, he fast, and then he quick with his handles. Like, his handles so quick. Like, it's quick, man. Like, he'll do a cross, he'll do a like sham guard, and then he does that little spin. It's like, oh shit. Yeah.
So, oh my God. So I told him that I started learning my spin move because I'm watching him do spin moves. Like, I knew how to do it, but it's like he does it so fast. Yeah. So then I have mine, the mix and MAK. Throw it behind my back, spin real quick, and shoot it. That's it.
Yeah, 2-on. Like, he's quick, man. Like, his handles, the way he dribble, and then he'll cross you up and he step back, and then he can do that little quick spin.
Yeah,
nasty.
I think I would get caught by that. I'm not gonna lie. If I was guarding, I think I'd probably get caught by that, because I would read into the step back. He's probably gonna shoot it and then gonna drive. Oh, yeah.
I was just telling when we had him, I'm still trying to look for the footage. I haven't watched the whole game. I played him in the league. I played 2-on in the league, and I was telling Ben and 2-on that he's the first person that dropped me in the game. He said that if it ever happened, it would have been on social media. I think because I could support the God, it happened because I remember. I mean, I think you like, if someone dropped you, you'll remember, or if someone make you fall.
I remember mine.
Yeah, you'll remember. Like, you know what I'm saying. So I remembered, and he was saying that. Oh, I don't think I remember that. I was like, I'm still trying to look for the footage until now. But yeah, he did. He did a little jab step, crossover, step back. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, it wasn't a bad fall, but I got dropped. So, but yeah.
Man, and since we even on the topic, I'll even be humble enough to talk about it. The first and only time I fell, I hated it. I was wearing them old John Wall kicks, the Zig Techs or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Those joints were cool, but they make you stay on your toes the whole time. Like it's elevated at the back.
Yeah.
So we're in a tournament, a day tournament. We're in the heart of Boston. We're playing in like the hood. We were trying to foul them to get them into foul trouble, not to foul trouble, to have them shoot free throws, get the ball back. Cool. Ball came off the rim. Dude got the ball. I'm rushing him to foul him. He hit me with a right to left and was gone. I didn't fall back. I fell forward on one knee. I just went boom, one knee. I got up. By the time he got to half court, I already chased him and fouled him. I'm like, yo, you're not finishing the play.
Yeah.
My own teammates are trying to walk me off the court. I was heated. But that's the one and only time I fell. And from that day on, I'm like, yo, I'm being very careful. How I foul, who I foul, when I foul.
Yeah.
Never happening again.
Yeah. That's crazy.
That's what's up, dude.
Yeah. So playground, man. Tell us about
Yes, sir.
that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Break it all down. Like, you know.
Yeah, man. Playground is just the home for us street ballers, man. The page is gonna develop into more of a showcasing of the street ballers because we do want the life of street ball to still live on. But it all started with I want to say Kyle. He was posting something on this hard to guard challenge. And the funny thing is, a lot of people say that I play like Kyle. I've never met Kyle a day in my life. He's from Southern California. So I've never played against him, never played with him, never seen him. But everybody's tagging me on Instagram, on Facebook, on anything because they see this dude playing and they're like, yo, I think you play like him. So I took the humble approach of hitting him up. I'm like, yo, dog, everybody's saying that we play alike. Yo, just take a look at my footage, see me what you think. He got back to me. He looked at it, whatever, looked at it, laughed, and he really he agreed. He was like, yo, this is dope. Fast forward after that, he's running a campaign for Hard to Guard, and he was saying that the Hard to Guard movement wants to see people like who they nominate into like who's the most hard to guard or whatever. Then that's where me, Sean, and somebody else from South Carolina, we won. It was my video of me crossing somebody in my league and they fell. Thank God it was recorded. I love that video. Me crossing somebody in the league. And then Sean, I forgot what footage was for Sean. And then the dude from South Carolina, him shooting. Like, that's all it was. So when we won, I hit up Sean. And then after that, we've been talking. And then now it kind of opened my mind up to the community of street ball that's still there. Like, so I started talking to Sean. I started talking to Kyle, like FaceTime, like not even on some fan Instagram stuff. Like, no, I have their phone number. We talk. And then it made me think. And I'm like, yo, is Hard to Guard us or is it just a clothing brand? Because I was thinking about something. I was thinking about this whole street ball thing and how I can make it into something. But then I just didn't want to take anybody else's name. So I was like, is it Hard to Guard us? Just a shirt company? What is it? Then he was like, yo, it's just it's a clothing company, but I don't run it. I'm just a part of it because they just asked me to promote this for them. That's all it is. So I was like, oh, so we're just freelance street ballers out here with nothing. So then my mind started thinking, how could I captivate what I'm doing now and bring it into something bigger? A lot of YouTube, Instagram people out there who really have a big influence, they don't roll by themselves. There's always a team of them. You have a RDC movement. That's what Mark and his boys from, I don't even know where they're from, but they have so many videos. They do the LeBron impression. They do all that. There's a couple other people. I can't think off the top of my head. Lean Squad. Like it's more than just one person. There's always a group of them to make something bigger. And honestly, I just took the idea of, okay, it's three of us. We do play street ball. We play street ball alike. We have the same influence. So how about we put something together and just do something with it? I personally planned a trip, and I'm mad because COVID stopped it. But I planned a trip to go to California. Like, my idea, I already had tickets bought. Like, that's the crazy thing. All my tickets were bought, paid for. I had my rental car ready. I was good. All I had to do was get there. Then I want to say the ban and all of this happened for COVID, probably like March, where they were like, yo, we're stopping all flights. Everything is done. My trip was going to be My trip was going to be May I think late May.
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't happen. Like, I was literally holding out to like the last 2 weeks till I canceled my trip to be like, all right, let's see if this is really gonna happen.
Yeah.
But then it canceled. So I was supposed to already be out there playing ball, had footage ready. I was already supposed to do that, but it never happened. So all I'm doing now is building up something to happen. So I was talking to them. We had a group FaceTime call, and I was like, yo, let's start something. We can make something happen off of this. Shoot, we ain't got nothing to lose. We already have the following of the people who follow us. So literally, how do we break it off and make it into something bigger? And literally, the playground was birthed from there. I talked to my peoples, created logos. Like I said, I'm in the multimedia business, so I know a lot of people who have these connections. Like I said, I got the shirt made, the playground, if y'all can see.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like I'm ready to take this a step farther, because somebody was telling me I should have a street ball game out in Boston, just to, even if I want to search for another guy like me. Like, there's actually, matter of fact, there is a girl. I just met her today. Not met her, sorry. I just heard of her today. She's from Boston, and she has a crazy following. She's a Muslim chick, a Muslim female.
I think I seen what you're talking about. I think I seen who you're talking about. She had some video. She had some videos on Instagram and stuff like that.
Yep.
She was like at 24-hour fitness or something, like some kind of gym. She stole the ball or whatever from something. And just killed.
Yes, she's from out here, and I'm like, yo, I've never seen her before. So today, literally today, I hit her up and I'm like, yo, just watch my stuff. Maybe we can collab on something like that. But whatever, that's beside the point. But the whole playground nature is to kind of keep street ball alive, to keep the feeling going, because a lot of people like myself, I miss AN1. I do. Watching the DVDs, watching the VHS, and just watching like highlights after highlights, or watching the ball access, watching the behind the scenes, watching the ESPN show. Like, you get a whole different feel for it. So I think in myself, I want to recreate that. We all have a street ball background. Shoot, I tried to be in N1, but I was too young. I was 17. This is the year after Professor got there. Okay. So I was trying. They came to Boston, but I was too young. I played, but I didn't play against anybody there. Like, I didn't play against their peoples. I just played other Boston heads. Yeah. So I didn't get that opportunity. So here I am now trying to recreate it. And not to say like trying to make sure like my old legs can still get it. Nah, it's just, this is a passion I have. I like to entertain. And I think me being along with other like-minded people could make this even stronger, because it's going to take more than just me to do it. It's going to take the village to do it. So yeah, that's big. That's crazy. Cause like what you said, man, street ball is kind of like, settling down and stuff like that. Man, I miss those days too, bro. That's me. Street ball was like my background. Like, I played street ball, like, that my whole life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I used like everything. Like, it's funny because you said when you go, people see you, they expect you to do something crazy. They be like, oh, cross this dude up or do something. It's funny. Like, my favorite player was Hot Sauce. Like, he had to like wrap around behind the back and then you toss it up. I did a move back in the day. I think I was in the junior in high school. My signature move was like, how AO will put the ball on his leg and then kind of like kick it up, like pretend that he's gonna toss it up, right? I remember that joke. So I'll do that. So that's my setup move. So I'll do that setup move, and then the next time I do it, I toss the ball literally up in the air, and then the dude will grab it, and I just pull his pants down. I knew it. That was my bro. That was like back in high school. I don't know if Ben knew this, but back in high school, like there's a gym back here called Irvington Community Center. I was known for that, bro. Like, they go, like I almost got in a fight. Somebody always whooped my ass for it. like everything, bro. Like, shit. But yeah, man, I do miss street ball, and then it is dope that you guys are doing something like that, man. Bringing that shit back, because like like I think like people, like younger kids nowadays, need to see where it came from. Like, need to see how street ball was built and stuff like that, and you need to see it's still around, man. Like, what I'm saying, all the handles, like, it's all entertainment. It's all here, bro. It's funny because I was literally playing the other day, and I don't know why. I guess this is where the old head in me came out, because I'm dribbling and I threw it under the kid's legs, but not the opposite way. I threw it the same way, but I do it with the opposite hand. So I just threw it under, pulled it back. Oh, he thinks he's the professor. I get mad. because Professor's not my time. Like my time was earlier. I get the AO, Ali Mo, Flash, 50, all that. Well, not 50. Well, yeah, 50's in there.
Yeah.
Headache. Like that's my generation there. So you
Yeah.
call me somebody who's late in the game, I'm like, yo, don't disrespect me. But I didn't care.
Yeah.
That's what his mind knows.
Yeah.
At least give me Bone Collector. Like at least give me that. And Bone Collector's nice. Like he's from our era. He's still going. So, but once you said that, I'm like, yeah, I know that feeling.
Yeah. Because like all they see is Professor and all that stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? Back then, like if you ask somebody, if I ask my son, you ever seen the N1 mixtape? He's 13 now. Like, no, I never seen it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know who it is. Like now, like until now, man, I can name all, like, you know, all the dribbles back then. Like, you know, from dribble machine, the dribbling machine.
Shane follows me. Yeah.
Shane follows you? Oh man, yeah. Shane.
Shane follows me. Skip like one of my videos.
Okay.
Headache didn't comment. I think Headache, he just liked one of my videos. But yo, just having their name on my profile, I'm like, I take it.
That is dope. That is. How did that make you feel though? Like now we're in it. Like, you know, when Shane, the dribbling machine, followed you, and then, like, you know, Headache like your video, and Skip like your video.
It blew my mind because they don't have. Because this era is different, they don't have a lot of the followers of T Jazz or D Frigga. Nah, they don't have that following. But at the same time, to me, my mind is through the roof. Yo, matter of fact, King Handles just followed me too. I watched King Handles come up. Like, I literally was on YouTube watching his whole come up. So to get their followers, I felt amazed. I felt happy. I felt approved in a way. Because it's just like, as a street baller, having these names on there, it means something. That's something that you can hold on to. Like, obviously they can unfollow at any time, but it's just like, you watched my stuff. Like, somebody out of all these thousands of people that you could have seen, in this moment, you were watching my video. At this moment, you followed me. I appreciate that. And it almost gives me a badge of appreciation because I'm like, I can say I am the follow-up to street ball and just be like, yo, this is where it's at. But I guess I can feel like I have that stamp of approval from these said names.
Yeah. And then who's that? You just said a person that you followed.
King Handles?
Yeah, King. Ben, don't you know King Handles?
Yeah, I know Joey. Joey's awesome, man.
Hold on, I'm gonna turn my light on. Hold on. It's dark.
Yeah, Joey's awesome, man.
Yeah, he crazy too, bro. Handles is crazy.
Yo,
I've been watching it.
Yeah, Joey's cool, man. That's the thing I love about social media, Mac. And I'm sure you have followers that hit you up and they're just like ecstatic. You know what I mean? Just like how you're ecstatic with Joey. Same thing, man. I got an opportunity to meet him, and it was crazy just to see the things that he does with the ball and just the. I mean, he went out to China. I mean, he played overseas. You know what I'm saying? Like, so he's a real good dude. Hey, man, you know what? We might even have him on one of these days on our podcast. I'll hit him up. And if we get him on, man, I'll bring you on too, man. We'll
if you want to hop on, say what's up, like, you know what I'm saying?
That would be so appreciated. Like, that's my guy. Like, honestly, matter of fact, I hope that does happen because as you know, he has the Nautic, right? That's his whole.
Yeah, the Nautic. Yep, that's his thing.
Hello, I'm doing almost the same thing. It's just I'm doing it because he has the Nautic. Like I said, I watched his whole joint. I even watched the battles between Nautic and Dime 55. Like, that's how in it I was. So me doing this is just me getting the same feeling, but obviously I'm in my area, I'm the only one that does what I do. Right. Sean in his area, I don't know how many people really record this up besides yourself, that really record this up play. Kyle, I think he has somebody that records him. So that's a whole different game.
Yeah.
But yeah, for the playground to what it is, that's the kind of same story I want to build up. Even though the Nautic was in the prime of its time, the playground is hopefully what I can build to be a story for somebody else. Like, yo, the playground hit me up. They want to feature one of my videos. Yeah. Go for it. Like, I hope I can make somebody as happy and as proud as I am to even know what street ball is from generations on.
Yeah, 100%, man. Yeah. Next generation, man, for real. Sure. Yeah. That's what we tried to do out here. Trying to show our love for the game.
Yeah, absolutely. Exactly. Yeah, like I said, man, we got to bring street ball back. Like, you feel me? Because it's kind of like a lost art now. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
because not really. There's not a lot of people that actually. I mean, I guess if you dig deep enough, like you'll find people, but it's not like how it used to be. Because like how it used to be, us growing up, like streetball was everywhere. It was that's like the main thing, like so
everywhere.
Yeah, but
Everywhere,
now,
like cornrows and big tees.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was everywhere. Like, and the funny thing is that used to be the staple of the street ball at some point. If you had braids and a big white tee or a big shirt, oh man, you know you're nasty at street ball.
Yeah,
Tall tees.
Yeah, tall tees. Hey, bro, you in line. That's hella funny. That's hella funny. Yeah, that is funny. That is funny. Yeah. All right, man. We on that podcast game. So we do a game called Start Bench Cut, and we're gonna start another game. This is a brand new game. It's called Top 5 Draft. So we're gonna draft five things. So what we're gonna do for the draft. You're gonna go first, Mac, and then Ben will go, and then I'll go, and then we'll snake the draft. So I'll go, and then I'll go again, and then Ben, and then you, and then you, and then Ben. Like, you know what I'm saying? We'll go.
Absolutely.
We'll snake the draft. So top 5 drafts. So what we're going to do first is start bench cut. So I did this same thing with Sean. I'm going to do the same thing with you, man. So we're going to do street ball. Start bench cut, street ball. We're going to do hot sauce, Shane the dribbling machine, AO, start bench cut.
Okay. Yeah. Dang, that's so tough. Okay. Off rip, I want to say AO to start.
Okay.
AO to start because he does have a form, because he played real ball. Like I think he played college, and then street ball became after. So he already has the form and all of that. Like he got the game. This part's tough. I'm a bench Sauce. I'm a bench Sauce because he is a revolutionary ball player, because he changed literally the format of street ball almost everywhere. Either everybody does the what's the joint? The pullback, snatch back with the 1 foot, the opposite foot in the that one.
It's like the little shuffle.
Everybody does the freaking boomerang where they throw it over. Everybody does this one, we throw it around the back, under the legs. So he changed the format of street ball, and unfortunately, I'm gonna cut Shane. Shane's a great ball player. Like, that's taking nothing away from him. I just feel like when it came to the whole grand scheme of the team of that stature right there, he has handles, but he's more of a passer, because you can't have Shane without Maine. Maine and Shane made that combination, but that's not the question. The question is, would you start bench cut? So unfortunately, Shane's out of there, but I got AO to start, Sauce coming off the bench, and then there we go.
Shane cut. Yeah, I like that. AO, see, like AO, like what you said, he started off like, playing regular ball, like, and then became street ball. And then hot sauce is more like a street ball. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and like stuff that hot sauce does, you can't really bring into the actual basketball game. You know what I'm saying? So I feel what you're saying. Yeah.
It's funny. Yeah. Yo, something I did when I was super young. I think it was like NBA Live 01. Yeah, NBA Live 2001. I literally created all in one. I created every single person from Flash, RIP, Alamo, RIP, Escalade. I created him. Dang, so many RIPs. To Shane, to Headache. I created all of them. And then Street Hoops came out soon after that. So it deflated my whole memory.
Yeah.
But yeah, all right.
That's crazy. Yeah. All right. So we're going to go to the draft. Ben, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, for sure. So did you hear the rules of the draft?
Yeah, I got you.
So you're good, right? Okay. So what we're gonna do for the top 5 draft? So we're gonna do the draft. After we do the draft, we got all our drafts. I'm gonna post it on IG, and then people can vote who wins the game, and then we'll announce it on the next podcast. So it's gonna be you, me, and then the guest, me, and then Ben's. Like, we're gonna have a little poll, whatever, see who wins. So today's draft is gonna be basketball shoes to hoop in, like, you know what I'm saying, that you ever wore. Yep. So top 5. So Mac, number 1 pick, go.
I'm gonna go with the Kyrie 4s.
Kyrie 4s. Okay. Ben, you want to go?
Oh shoot, you go, man. I'm not. Yeah, you go first.
Okay. So I'm gonna go with comfort. I'm gonna go PG Force, the new ones. So that's my first round
Ooh.
draft pick. PG Force. Yeah.
Okay, I'm a Kobe guy. I'm gonna go. I'm looking up this. You know me. I'm not a big shoe guy,
Yeah.
so I don't know like the numbers and all that
Kobe's,
stuff. But
yeah.
I'm gonna say Kobe 5s because I'm looking on Google right now, and that's the shoes I had.
Okay.
Yo,
So you got.
I
You
had
got.
the Kobe 5.
Yeah. So you got another one, Ben. That's your first pick. You got a second pick.
Second pick. All right, hold on, real quick. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see. Hey, what are those? You see my steps, right?
Yeah.
What are those?
I think those are the SC30s.
All right, give me that. Give me that.
SC30s. Okay. Step
Those are comfy,
SC30s.
man.
Okay.
I love those. I'm probably gonna
Yeah.
buy 2 more pairs, to be honest with you.
Oh,
To
wow.
my girl.
Okay. SC30. So I'm gonna go. Oh shit. I'm gonna go. I'm trying to think back. I'm gonna go Crazy Eights. Kobe.
Ooh.
First Crazy Eights, not the new
Yeah,
ones,
the
but the
Adidas
old
ones.
school. The old school Crazy Eights, the first ones. Those are the most lightest shoes, most comfortable shoes I
Wow.
ever play on streetball wise. Yep. So I'm gonna go Crazy
Okay.
Eights. Yep. Crazy Eights. Yep.
All right. So since we're on the Kobe feel, I'm gonna go with the Kobe 6s, with the snake skin on it.
Oh.
Kobe
Okay.
6.
Okay. Kobe 6.
Ben's looking it up.
I'm looking hella shit up, man. I'll tell
All right,
you right.
you got one more, Matt.
All right.
Her pick.
Then okay, on the way back, comfort. Not comfort. Ball kicks. I want to say I don't know what numbers they are because I play in them, but I don't know what it's the LeBrons. I want to say the 16s or something like that.
16.
I don't know. Yeah, I think I have to really look at them, but
DJ.
look, I say LeBron's anyway because I'm flat-footed and LeBron's flat-footed, so
Mhm.
it works out for my good.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So you got LeBron's 16. So I'm gonna go.
Word.
Jumpman Pro, the first one, the one that looked like the 12s. You know what I'm saying? The one that had the little bubble.
Oh, yeah.
Those ones,
Yeah.
like I'll pick those. 'Cause I remember wearing those, and those were cool shoes. So I got
Yep.
those. So the
That's
Jumpman
good.
Pro team, the first Jumpman Pro team. So yeah. Ben,
I'll go Kobe 6. I think I'm
Kobe.
rocking those right now, actually.
I said Kobe 6
he picked Kobe 6.
Oh, you picked
Sorry,
Kobe
Ben.
6? Yeah,
Yep.
you took
Yeah.
my pick. Oh, bro.
with the and I said it with the snake skin.
Yeah.
I was thinking for that one.
Yeah.
Let's go Kyrie 2s. I like those 2 because they comfy
Okay.
as hell. Kyrie 2s are real
All right,
comfy.
finish up your draft. Oh no, you got one more.
We got
Ben.
one more.
Yeah.
One more. Hyperdunks 2014.
Ooh. I forgot about those. I used to run in those. All right.
Yeah. After Dunks 2014. Okay. All right, I'm gonna go. This is what my fourth.
This should be your fourth.
My fourth. All right, I'm gonna go. I'm trying to think. AI. The answer 4. The answer 4. Yeah. The answer 4. I'm gonna go with the answer 4. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the funny thing is, I had it in my mind to go out. I'm gonna go with the questions with the beehive on it.
Okay, you gotta go with questions. Okay, that's your final pick. That's your final pick. Okay.
No, that's my fourth, and then now it's on the way back.
Yeah. So get your final pick.
Oh, on the way back. Dang, this is tough because I picked Kyrie's because they at least have the grip on the sides. The Kobe 6s because they have that little wingtip, so you really, even though they're like ankle kicks, you're not gonna, you barely roll your ankle in those. I have LeBron because he's flat-footed. I have the AIs. What other kick do I ball in? I don't ball in Jordans at all.
Me either. I hurt myself in Jordans.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Jordans.
Jordan.
Yeah, it's not. A lot of people say, "Oh, Jordans are nice." Nah, Jordans ain't shit.
No.
I hurt myself.
You know what? Even though dang, I gotta make this pick. I'm gonna go with the PGs, the PlayStation joints.
Okay, P 1, 2, 3. Which one?
Oof. What was the one that's the PS1? It's not the that's literally the one. No, that's not the one.
Yeah, I think the PS1 was the 2s. That was the 2s.
2s. Okay, yeah.
PG 2s. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. All right, that's what's up. My turn. So I'm gonna go with the last
Yep.
one. Last pick. I'm trying to think, man. I'm trying to think about the last one now. I'm trying to think which one. Okay, so I had crazy age because I'm trying to think like back then what shoes I balled in. Like, you know what I'm saying? That I would say that might be my last pick if I had to draft it.
Mm-hmm.
5 pick. So I had. I'ma go shit. People were hating for this one. I'ma go Starburst, man.
Whoa.
I'ma go Starburst.
You might have lost the whole draft with that.
Yeah, I'ma go. Yeah, I think. Nah, you know what? Yeah, I think I'ma go when. No, you know what? No. You know what? No.
Okay.
Can't
I'ma
go back.
go.
You called. They already walked up to the stage. Took your jersey.
Hold on. Scratch Starburst.
The commissioner
go.
gonna take the jersey away. Come on.
I'ma go Tai Chi and One where it first came out.
Whoa.
Tai Chi and One where it first came out. I remember that. Yep. Not the Vince Carter one, but the blue ones. Not the Vince Carter one, but the Larry Hughes one. The blue ones.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Tai Chi and Ones. Yes.
All right.
All right,
have your
Ben.
pick,
Last
everyone.
one. Yeah, last one, Ben. Finish it up, man.
Shoot, man. I don't even know what these are, man. I know that they were so I got them for $30 because my boy plugged me. So and I
describe
used
it.
them for a year and a half. But they're the Phenomenons, Kobe. I don't know if there's multiple. Is that just like a name? I don't know.
Oh, you're talking about it's the gray ones that you have, right?
Yeah.
It's
You seem to.
Mamba Range.
There you go. That
Mamba
one.
Range.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Or Mamba
Gotcha.
Rage. Mamba Rage.
Yeah. Okay.
Mamba
Yeah, that's
Rage.
the one.
There you go.
I still got the
Rage.
box too. I remember I got that for $30, 40% off, friends and
There
family.
you go.
Plus
Yep.
that
The
30%
discounts work.
because you work at Nike.
There you go, man. We got a draft. So we're gonna put it out. You know what I'm saying? See who
Word.
wins. You feel me? I had to switch it up. My bad, though. I was like, hold on. Which one? No.
You gotta
you know
take
what?
the jersey away from him.
Yeah.
Yo, right.
For that pick.
Coming in with the 4th pick.
So that was my fifth. That was my fifth.
That was your fifth.
Yeah,
That was your fifth.
That was
Yeah,
my
that was your
fifth.
fifth.
Yeah,
They
so
walked
I'm
up
gonna
smiling, and you just tell, "Hey,
Yeah,
bro,
right.
that's
It was
the
like,
guy."
nah.
So you know what?
Take
so,
these $15 sneakers out of here, man. Yeah.
Hey, nah, I'm not gonna lie though. I did that, but they were like I played in the Starburst for about like 4 seasons in a basketball league.
Okay.
Yeah, and they
So they work.
Yeah,
The kicks I played in, that were underrated and I forgot about until literally now was the Steve Francis joints.
Ooh.
The white ones and the black ones. I played in those all middle school and I just forgot all about them.
Yeah, there you go. So we're gonna post that draft, man. See who wins. You feel me?
Yeah,
So,
man.
Yes, sir. Hey, that's it, Matt. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you for hopping on, dog. Thank you.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Thank you for bringing streetball back. You feel me? It's a big thing that whatever it is that you're doing with the playground, stuff like that, man. Everything that you're doing with it is big, is dope. Like, you know, keep doing your thing, man. Keep putting out dope content and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And keep bringing that streetball back, dog. You feel me?
Will do, man.
Yep. Ben, got anything?
Nah, man. Yeah. Big shout out to you, man. Good things are coming for you guys in the playground, I'm sure. You, Kyle, Sean, man, it's going to be a lot of fun watching you guys do your thing. And I'm sure, one of these days we'll all get on the court together. See what you guys are doing. It's pretty fun to watch. Like Tito said, you guys are bringing street ball back in the forefront. And, just keep doing what you guys are doing, man.
Absolutely. That's the game plan. I appreciate that. And definitely going to get you shooting threes. I like to pass. So if I find you open, you better not Danny Green me.
Damn, you had to put that shit out there.
You had to throw Danny Green in there somewhere.
Dude, that shit's funny. That's dope. That's tight. That's tight. Yeah. Hey, Matt, you got any shout out?
Absolutely. Obviously, I shout out the playground first. Shout out to Kyle. Shout out to 2 on Sean. Then obviously after that, I want to shout out all my supporters that know where I'm at right at this current moment. I want to say names, but I don't want anybody feeling bad because I missed your names. But just know this section is for insert name here. Thank you for all your love and support. I really appreciate it. Being here, even though it's just a podcast, this is the start of something big for all of us. And I'm glad and thankful that everybody's watching me and being entertained by how creative and whatever I can think of. it's not gonna stop here. I'm gonna keep this going as long as I can, and I just really appreciate everybody for rocking with me.
Yes, sir, man. Appreciate you.
Love
Ben,
it.
you got any shout out?
You know, I didn't get to do a shout out yesterday, but yesterday I was wearing the SVP, Silicon Valley Panthers shirt. Shout out to them. I know they went through some things recently. Tito, you already know, so nothing but prayers up and that kind of thing for the situation that they was going through a couple of days ago. And also Mad Grind, Neil, big shout out to him for supporting everything that we're doing and also for the things that he's doing. But it's all about that Mad Grind, man. I think Mac know about that. You know, it's all about grinding and just doing what you love to do and being passionate about it. So, and of course, shout out to Tito over here doing his thing. Constantly getting us some amazing guests. And yeah, we're gonna keep this thing going, man.
Yeah, man. That's what's up, man. All right, man. Shout out to Mac. Shout out to you, bro. Like, appreciate you for hopping on. You know what I'm saying? Ben, always, like, you know what I'm saying? Always on the go, but always ready to go. You feel me?
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Well said.
So,
well said.
Yeah. So there you go, bro. And one thing I want to ask you, man. Before you, like, we're gonna get you. I'm gonna try to get you, Kyle, and Sean on, man. So talk about the playground all at the same time. You dig? So. Like, you know,
I'm gonna be on a lot of shows. I'm gonna be on this one. I'm gonna be on King Handles. I'm gonna be on the playground. You know what? I'm with it. I'm with it.
You know what I'm saying? And then King Handles, when Ben get King Handles, man, we're gonna send you the link so you can chop it up with him, stuff like that. Man.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, cause playground, man, that's where it starts, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I love that name. The way y'all said, like, the playground. I love that because that's where everything starts. You dig? So, yep.
I'm glad you got it. Absolutely.
Thank you. Appreciate
you.
Yep. I'm gonna holler at you. Deuces.
Yep.
Deuces.
Yep.